Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzel in Spring Hill, Florida at Express Start Studio Gallery in the backyard, and it's kind of a warm February day in Florida. I have in front of me some Arteza, I think it's Arteza, 60 pack of color fluid acrylics. Nice selection of colors. This was sent to me by Arteza. We will slowly remove the top, yes, and we'll put that someplace we don't need it for now. Let's check out the colors. It occurs to me that I have some Arteza colors already mixed up from the last time they sent me some. But in any case, I know what I like, and so I'm going to be searching for what I like. And so far, I'm going to grab that green. That's number, 109. That could get old pretty quick. I have some greens. What I'm really after are these fuchsias, but it's not fuchsia. What's it called? It's called magenta light. That's 146, and you can't see those. And that is rose. Rose madder when it's watercolor is awesome. What a beautiful color that is. I have a whole lot of grays in the bottom, none of which I'm going to use. I have a lot of browns in the bottom I'm probably not going to use. I got some great purples I will definitely use. Those reds can stay out. I think those greens. I have some yellow. Do I want more yellow? Okay, I'll leave some yellow out too. This is not the most organized process. I'll leave this out too because I like that color and I'm not sure I have that color. That color being sky blue. Ha! What an original name. Anyway, names shouldn't be original for colors. They should be something you recognize, and that's obviously a custom color. Although I do tend to make that color quite frequently. Emerald green, phthalo green, viridian green, Prussian green. Prussian green? Seriously? Cool. I didn't see any Prussian blue, but that doesn't mean it's not there. There's the Prussian blue. I'll be having some of that, I can tell you now. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ultramarine. Do I need that? Since I don't have any of that out right now, I guess I'll just go for the cobalt. So, I have almost as many tubes of paint as I have containers to put it in. And I'm just going to keep grabbing colors that I like. We know what colors I like, and they include lots of purple. And let's grab a yellow. And chances are I'm not going to get to use all these. Also, I will probably come back for part 2 if I get these mixed enough to do something with. I want to refocus on that. This is a set of 14 canvas panels from Arteza, 12 by 16 inches. And I'm going to move that out of there in a minute. But first I'm going to refocus. Don't ask me why. Maybe I'll just put those down there. Then I'll refocus. This is costing Arteza art supplies and me time and other ingredients, and so I thought I would share with you. Unfortunately, for those of you who don't want to see paint being mixed, this would be a good time to quit. And this beautiful neon pink will be my first victim. You know what? I have to... Wow, that's a real neon pink. Super. I got to get my GAC 800 by Golden, because I don't mix pouring medium into anything without my GAC 800. So that's the deal. Here goes what I'm assuming is, okay, let's just call it a squirt, because that's not a whole lot of paint down there. It could be more than 10% GAC, for sure. I think I'm just going to try and use maybe half this tube. Okay, 3/4 of the tube, but who's counting? And I got to get myself one of those tube squeezers. But this is a good experiment for finding out what colors I like. That is a really vibrant pink. Neon pink. Okay, so I'm going to give that marble in the bottom and that paint a little bit of a shake. This is my Deco Art pouring medium from Hobby Lobby with half Floetrol mixed in, which I have screened this time. So there's my paint color in the bottom, and there's my guesstimated amount of Floetrol Deco Art pouring medium, and if I don't like the way it looks, I will add the rest of that neon pink. Because unlike Gina DeLuca, I like my colors to be about half and half. Maybe a little bit more Floetrol and Deco at pouring medium. Let's see. That doesn't look too bad. I think that might cover. I'm still inclined to use the rest of that paint, but I'm not going to do it just because right now I have an agenda. And what goes better with pink than violet? Yes, violet, and the same thing again. A good squeeze, and there is something in the bottom of my bottle. What is that something? Oh, you know what? I hallucinated. That was the green marble. No wonder it looked green. It was. So, here goes the same gig all over again. Squeeze that paint right in there. You notice how long that took me. I mean, it took forever to get that paint mixed, didn't it? That's why I like the squeeze bottles. I don't have a whole lot of paint because these tubes are not very large, but they do have larger size packages of paint. This is from the last set they sent me. They just unfortunately have not shown me where I can purchase the bright colors that I happen to be a big fan of. Maybe they'll be there someday. I would advise looking for them. I think that there will be probably a 10% off coupon involved, which is what they told me would be involved. When? Okay, let's put my finger in. I'm never going to be able to see that. I'm going to take a guess. Again. And this is looking like a very nice saturated color. And whatever I get, I'll try and make a painting of. With. That looks pretty sheer, honestly. Let's grab a little something we can put some color out on, just to check. You know, I think that'll work, but what I really want to make sure is that it works well. So I am going to go ahead. Whoops, that's not what I had in mind. I like to put my tops upside down in a container, that way they don't fill all of the threads. Yep, I'm just going to use all that purple because you know me, I will be using all that purple. It's not called neon, but it's pretty bright. I really like it. I'm going to try and squeeze some of that paint down from the end of the tube. Like I said, I need a tube squeezer. And I want to be careful not to waste anything. Oh, really? Okay, that was less than I thought it was going to be, but it did land on my shirt. Okay, so we have more of that. And I know there's enough GAC 800 by Golden in there, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to hold my finger over the top. Shake my marble. Check my color, which looks a little darker. And, oh, you know what? I'm just going to go with the flow. Pun intended. So I've got 2 down and a bunch more to go. And whatever goes best with that pink and that purple will be... Why don't I just grab what I want? What I really want is the Prussian blue. It looks like my overly generous nature with the GAC 800 by Golden is causing me some issues because I'm going to run out of what I had in my bottle before long. These are quite large bottles, but they're the smallest bottles I could find that would still fit a marble. So I'm going to slightly mix my GAC 800 with my Arteza Prussian blue and see if I can aim well. I am guesstimating. As long as the color looks good to me, I'm happy with it. Find a screw top that fits it. I lost my little piece of plastic. There's another one. I like the cling wrap. It does cover things fairly well. I think that'll work well. It's a little runnier, but there's really good color saturation in the Prussian blue always. And I probably don't need a top, but I'm going to keep track of the ones that I've got. Let's be moving on. I think I want some lighter purple, which is called Mauve Pale. That's a pretty color. That is almost like my neon purple. Alright, well, no matter what amount of GAC 800 by Golden there is in that container, it's at least 10%. Or let's pretend it is. I think it is. It's definitely 10%. And I'm going to try and empty that tube right out because there's no use in thinking I'm going to come back later for a little tiny, teeny, insignificant amount of paint. I do tend to use the edge of the table to run my squeezed out tube up so that I force the rest of the paint to the end where I want to squeeze out the residual. I am just that much a quarter Scottish and happy about it too. That's probably more than I expected it to be. This color was not available to me the last time in the larger packets, but like I said, I hope they do. And I hope that that has enough color saturation. That would be fully, in my opinion, probably 3/4 Floetrol Deco Art Pouring Medium GAC Golden 800 combination. And that looks color saturated enough to work for me. So, this is that beautiful, yes, magenta light, which we all know is one of my favorites. And I need more golden. GAC 800. And this is how I buy that. Because I can, which is the name of my book on my Amazon link, always below the video. So, where's my label end? That looks like a goodly amount. I'm going to fill up my other bottle in a second. This is probably my favorite color in the bunch. This is the color I really wanted right out of the gate from the start. Same difference. I feel like I'm just making noise. This is not a video for people who don't like to watch paint being mixed. I would not be watching this video. But there will come a moment when I will add the Iridescent Fine Pearl, when I will add that in, and we will have a look and see what samples of that look like also. But I'm going to keep putting the tops back on these little bottles because I know I can take the tip of a bamboo skewer and rim it around in there and probably get some more color out, even though I said I wouldn't. You know I will. I am just that way. Now I'd like to say that that is only probably right up to the bottom there, but I can't actually see down in there, so I'm going to have to guesstimate it about the same as the rest. Give her a bit of a shake. Feels like I used a lot. But I did the same thing with the Arteza the last time I made videos. Oh, that was the right color cap and all. Let's take that old dried off paint off there. I think that will work fine. I'm going to put a little more GAC 800 into my bottle, so I don't have to hoist the gallon-sized container. Really would like to just make a painting, but that's coming. I think, what have I got? I've got 2 more bottles left and a small bottle, and I think that this, let's see what this orange looks like, because I know I have some red. I have a choice between the orange yellow and the orange red. Well, I kind of like both of those. Thank God it's not the same color it is on the package, because I'm not sure I'd be thrilled with that. You guys need to get your colors right, I think. Whoa, good catch. Alright, so that's what I expect from that color. That's a good color orange, which I will probably use all of. And squeeze it out. Give it a bit of a stir with the marble in the bottom. I wonder what the yellow is going to look like. Probably very similar. I could probably risk putting that in a smaller container, although there's some residual paint in there and I'm not so sure that's going to make me happy. So let's just give this some more of the half and half Decor pouring medium. Floetrol. Unfortunately, color saturation is important to me, but fortunately, orange is usually very strong. This is all going to be very much of an experiment. And I will use some of these colors without adding the shimmer effect to them, but I'm not promising that's not the next step, because I think that's going to happen. So I'm just going to do the yellow. So I have nearly got a rainbow. See how much is there? I think a little more. Let's see what color we've got. Oh, that's a good color. That is that color, if you can see it. It's got a little touch of orange in it. That's I think when it's by Golden, it's called Dairy Lid. Although that might be a little more orange than that. I finally figured out that's the color butter used to be in the old days, when the milkman delivered it. That's the Dairy Lid. Probably milk lid would be confusing. I remember... Ah! Really? Right on my finger? Okay, fine. What do I remember? I remember that milk bottles, when I was a kid, had foil tops. Alright, that's about as much as I'm going to get out of there until I want to make a concerted effort. And I'm assuming that everything in that tip will... I got 2 minutes left for 20 minutes. A 20-minute video about somebody mixing paint. Holy cow. Well, I guess for those of you who don't mind the sound of my voice, thanks for the company. And for those of you who are waiting for a video, it's coming soon. I'm going to grab my black and my white and any of the other Arteza colors that I already have mixed from the last time I used Arteza. And let's take one more test here. I really want some of that blue. Whoa. I want some of that blue, but I'm not sure. What color do we have here? We have rose. I did not use that. Oh, that's perfect. That's a beautiful color. So these are the colors that I'm going to want. When I find a few more bottles to spare, or clean a few more bottles, get most of the residual out. So in the meantime, check the last 20 seconds of this video if you're still here, if you want to find my playlist with actual artworks on it. There's about 450 of them, and you can find a link to my website there also. And I am getting ready to go look for some other paints and open up. Why don't we just open up that pack of canvases right now? Because sometimes it's just fun to open stuff. I gotta say that canvas boards are not my first choice. They're not my go-to thing because I feel like they warp from the moisture in paint pouring, but I don't suppose if they do warp, I'll be leaping to use them for paint pouring for very long, and I'll just use my own canvases. But it's a good experiment, and we will be making it. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, saying, we have mixed some Arteza paints. We are going to make a piece of art. It's time for me to go, and I'll be back soon. Check out my book on the Amazon link, where you can find other cool stuff. I love you guys. Thanks for 50,000 subscribers. I'll see you soon, hopefully in the next video. Bye for now. Priscilla out.